So now our friend Freddie asked me, how many people live over here in Masada? When we talk about Masada, according to Josephus Flavius' book, we are talking about around 970 people that live over here. Now, when I'm saying 970, okay, almost 1,000 people, is it soldiers? Are there soldiers? No, it is families. Young people, old people, it is men, it is women. Okay? That's when we talk about the zealots and the people that live over here in Masada. When we talk about the Romans, we talk about thousands. So think that on every Jewish girl, okay, there is like 4 or 5 Roman soldiers.
Refugees as well.
Yes, they escaped from Jerusalem. Now, where did we enter right now? So we enter, okay, to this lovely room, and we can see these frescoes that will give us a little bit information about what you had in this room. Again, you can see it is under the black line, which means these frescoes are real, like they were found over here. We didn't make up those frescoes, and why do we have them over here? So apparently this was kind of an office for the goods that King Herod's order. King Herod's liked the good life. King Herod was very rich also. It was a time that King Herod made a lot of money because he had a seaport in Sicarii, okay, that he made a lot of money from. And it was a successful time in the Roman time over here. And he used to order all of the most expensive stuff, if it is wine, if it is sauce for his food, oil that he used to have, and perfumes. That was King Herod's, like the good life. And he wanted to enjoy himself. Take a look at the palace that he built over here in Masada. I don't know how many times, nobody knows actually how many times he even visited this place. But in that time also, like to build, to construct, it means something. It's like a title. It's like a title. And King Herod, that's true, he was the greatest builder. I'm not saying he was the greatest king. No Jewish person will say he was our greatest king. But he built Jerusalem. Like he is the one that built the temple in Jerusalem. And that's the most beautiful temple ever seen. He's the one that built Sicarii, this beautiful city that till today is considered to be, you built it for the Caesar Augustus, but who lives over there today? Do you know? Netanyahu. Netanyahu's private house is in Caesarea, and a lot of oligarchs from Russia and very wealthy French Jews from France and also from the States live in Caesarea. He built Herodium, which is another palace near Bethlehem, and he built Masada, and in the north he built, in the Banias area, many places, many construction sites. So people give him the credit for being the greatest builder. And over here apparently there was this office that monitor all of the goods, and maybe also the guests that wanted to visit King Herod as well. So the frescoes, something interesting about the frescoes. Do you see faces? I don't see faces. Do you see faces? No. Why don't you have faces?
Could be an animal or something. This could be an animal.
So, I would tell you,
I can recognize the animal.
are Jewish people allowed to have faces in their traditions? Do you see, when you go into the synagogues, do you see faces of people?
Prohibited.
You see geometrical shapes. You don't see anything that will be considered as like idol worshipping. So what you see is like this kind of geometrical shapes. King Herod was born in this area. He was what is called Edomite. If you remember before, I told you what Edom means, red. He was born in the Red Mountains in the area of Jordan. And then, like, his family was forced to convert into Judaism. By the way, the only group in the history that was forced to get into Judaism are this group that is coming from called Edomites, those from the Red Mountains. There wasn't any other group in the history that was forced to get into Judaism. I will tell you more than that. Judaism is not a religion that accept, or even I would say welcome people to get into the religion. Like, if you want to be Jewish, okay, that's okay. Prove yourself. You know, it's not that they welcome like, oh, okay, you want to be Jewish? Just say that you are Jewish or declare something and then you are Jewish. No, it's a long, long process till today to become Jewish. It's a long way. So that's the only group that was really like forced to get into the Judaism in that time. And after it turned into Judaism, kept the Jewish rules and Jewish motives. For example, not to have idol worshiping, and you can see it in the frescoes, which is not typical for like Roman times. They usually have all of these faces, but you're not going to see it over here. So that was the function of this room. Again, office to monitor the goods and monitor our guests that got to Masada. Let's go up over here. The reason for why the fresco means fresh plaster, that it survived was because it's very dry over here in the desert, and because people didn't know about Masada for almost 1,500 years. The people didn't get over here. So we have over here a beautiful model of Masada, where we can see the palace, which is in the north part. If it is the place where the guests, queens and kings were hosted, the place of the feast, King Herod's bedroom over here, with this lovely terrace, semicircle that we will get to. Where is this building? Over here. Take a look around you.
I think here, this one.
Go a little bit more to the right now.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, exactly. It is this building. And what is it? It's a bathhouse.
Bathhouse.
Yes. And we just pass this area. This is the dry moat.
Where we are now.
So I want you to tell me, where are we? Think.
I think we are here. Could be here.
So we said this is the moat that we just passed.
Yes.
The moat is over there.
Yes,
Okay.
over there.
So where are we? Where is the room that we just passed,
Could be
visited?
here. Could be this one.
This is the guarding tower.
The guarding
This
tower.
is the guarding tower over there.
Ah, they are guarding
Okay.
towers. Then we are here. Then we are here. Inside.
Okay, take a look. Where are we? Take a look at this side. We are in the edge. We're in the edge of Masada right now.
Inside edge of Masada.
Yes, we are in the edge of Masada right now. So it means that we are by the wall.
Yeah.
We are here.
We are here.
Okay, we are here in this area, because over here is the room that we just visited over there, and that was like the office. So we are here, and we can see this lovely, lovely view of the valley. Okay, the Great Rift Valley that starts in the south part of Turkey, ends in Zimbabwe. It's like 6,000 kilometers of fragments in the earth crust, and there are those who really created, I can say, these mountains. In the center of Israel and also the mountains of Jordan. It's a very, very long rift. And the reason for why you don't have a lot of communities along this Dead Sea, Jordan River, and Sea of Galilee is because of earthquakes. Now, it's not something that we have over here on a daily, monthly, or yearly basis, but every 100 years in Israel, there is a very big earthquake. What is the question that you should ask right now? Where you know, we're next to that. But when? When was the last one, right? Now, if to be honest, and I'm an honest person, it was in 1920. It was 100 years ago. So we in Israel prepare ourselves for an earthquake. We know it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Seriously. So we are afraid from the earthquake that is going to happen because we don't think that we are ready for it. We're not prepared for it. It's very difficult to prepare yourself for an earthquake, but when it's gonna happen, you remember Itamar that explain you on top of Masada that we here we don't have like tornadoes, we don't have we can have a tsunami, but it's not also something that is like something that we get often. But like with an earthquake, maybe also where it's gonna start, where it's gonna happen, that we'll have also from the Mediterranean. You can see some signs for it in Tel Aviv. But the main thing that we are really afraid of is an earthquake in this area. You remember the earthquake that took place in Turkey not a long time ago?
Yes, heavy one.
Yeah?
Heavy
Turkey, Syria, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
So we can see the model, we can see the storerooms. The best viewpoint, guys, we're going to have will be from the palace that we're going to see in just a bit. But let's see the storerooms before that. So my friends, I hope that you're enjoying my video so far. And very soon we will get to the storerooms. So as you can see, I'm trying to make our videos a little bit longer because few people ask for longer videos. So now it will be more of like 10 minutes videos. And you tell me if it's better. So take a look at Masada. Even though we're traveling here in Masada, we are touring Masada in 2024, not all of Masada is excavated. We're talking about a 2,000 years old fortress and a palace, and still not all of it is excavated. You get it that you're looking right now at like the storerooms complex, and some of the storerooms were not still excavated. We know it is storerooms by what was found over here, by the remains, by the archaeologists that got over here and found what I told you from the office that monitor all of the goods. They found over here also like wheat and barley, like grain, that they use. They found all kinds like vessels and jars that per the King Herod's order, and like even relics of like perfumes that were over here, raisins. They found things over here. Now, of course, we're going to talk about how the people got their water, because water is the biggest question. That's something that I'm going to talk about later on. But take a look at these storerooms, okay? And you can see still all of these like stones, rocks, and there is still something that we want to leave for the next generation, also to fill the connection to the site. So we're leaving some job for them. So waiting with it. But I'm sure that with the time, more and more of Masada will be excavated. We can still see the black line that escort us along the way. And very soon, we will get to the palace. So keep on following my channel. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber yet. And give me thumbs up, guys. See you in the next video.